I'm Sherry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The following is a Zoom class I taped on July 18th. I teach a class every day at 11, and on the weekends we do classical Pilates. So this is a classical routine based on the original 34 moves of Joseph Pilates. And this is a perfect exercise for anybody that's new to fitness or really old to fitness. I don't mean old to fitness. I mean skilled. So the best part about Pilates is that you're able to modify and layer everything. So anything can be made easier and anything can be made more challenging. In this class, I try to add multiple layers. You'll see me in the beginning at the camera poking people into class. So if you want to join, the link is below and in my bio. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting more and more vlogs and videos, anything you might find helpful. If you want to add your 2 cents, just leave me a comment, like and subscribe. Okay, bye. Thank you.
And what you're going to do on your back is you're going to take your whole spine and press it into the mat. So belly button to spine, and we're going to do just a little bit of breathing. So I want you to take a big roll back of your shoulders so your chest is broad. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And then on your exhale, I want you to sigh out of your mouth with your teeth sort of pinched together. Good. Inhale. And then let the air out super slowly. And when you do that, you'll feel your low belly muscles start to firm up. Good. Inhale. And exhale. So that's the breath we want the whole time. You might feel like you want to start holding your breath. That's when you know you just need to take an exhale, okay? Great. So let's get started with our 100. So we're going to start in tabletop. So with your legs in tabletop, your knees should be right over your hips, not your belly button, not way over here, right over your hips. So your low belly has to work pretty hard to keep your legs in this tabletop position. Good. Inhale here. And on the exhale, let's start with your hands behind your head. If this is hard for you, you're going to keep your hands behind your head. Otherwise, you're going to start to pump your arms by your side. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Good. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Good. Maybe lengthen your legs long. Make sure that you're not squeezing your butt. Squeeze your thighs together. Inhale and exhale. See if you can curl up a little higher. So what we're doing right now is priming your whole body. You have your inner thighs squeezing inward. That's gonna get your low belly to fire. You have your legs either bent or straight, creating a lot of tension in your low belly. You're breathing, creating a lot of tension in your low belly. Your head and shoulders lifted, getting into those abdominals, getting into those six-pack muscles. Good, inhale and exhale. Good, bring it on in. Perfect. Now we're going to do the roll up. So your legs are extended long. You can keep them bent if you want more assistance. Tuck your tailbone under so there's no space under your low back. Your hip points are rolled back. Arms over your head. When you reach your arms over your head, don't let your ribs pop up, okay? So keep the rib cage down as well. Great. So from here, you're going to get the tiniest bit of momentum. You're going to tuck your chin and you're going to peel up, okay? Tiny bit. You don't want to be able to see it. And then roll yourself down. As you get stronger and stronger, good, and more adroit at this, that momentum on that first one will kind of go away. And then during the course of this exercise, the momentum kind of goes away. Because you know where you're going to, you're staying rounded, and you know where you're coming from. So you're just going right back to the start, putting each one of those vertebrae independently onto the mat. Good, let's do 4 more. So we try to do each exercise about 6 times, no more than that. Pilates isn't like a bar class where you want to really fatigue all the muscles each exercise. But it is like bar that we're using mostly long levers, like our arms and legs are almost always long. Good. Last 2. Roll yourself down, use that breath, squeeze on the breath. Good, inhale, prepare, Exhale, squeeze on the breath. Good. This last one, roll all the way down. Beautiful. Nice. So the next one is a roll over. So it's the opposite of what we just did, but it can be really hard if you have arthritis or maybe a slipped disc. So I'm going to show you the alternative. You're just going to lift your hips. If even that is too much for you, just pelvic tilt. So pelvic tilt would just be taking your pubic bone to the ceiling and just tilting a little bit. Great. If you want to do legs over, take your legs to that 45. Feel your abs grip, not your butt. You're going to peel up off of the mat. You're not going to totally fold over onto yourself, but you're going to take your feet over your head. Open your legs as wide as the mat and then roll down with your legs as close to your belly as possible. Then you lower your legs down, squeeze your heels together. Good. Exhale up. Great. And feel what this feels like in your back. You're a little stiff today. Don't just force yourself to fold yourself in two. Remember, we're staying lifted in your trunk, right? It's not a total plow. It actually could be a plow. I'm not a very gifted yoga student, so it could be exactly plow. I sort of found Pilates and just kept doing Pilates. And then when I would go to a yoga class, I would be like, this isn't Pilates. Good. 3 more. Great. You're going to find in the course of this exercise that your back is going to start to warm up. And your legs are going to be able to go a little further, maybe even touch. Beautiful. Nice. All the way down. Perfect. You can bend your left knee. That'll make this a little easier, or you keep your left leg straight. We're going to kick your right leg up to the ceiling with a turnout on that right leg. Shoulders firm to the mat and open. So give it a big roll open. Good. We're going to draw a straight line down and then out and around and up with that right leg. So straight line down and then out to the right, up to the ceiling and down. Your hips are going to stay still and your low back stays pressed into the mat. So keep drawing that belly button in with each exhale. Good. What's going to happen is because we're concentrating so hard on keeping your belly tight, right? Your brain energy is going into tightening. You're just going to instinctively crunch those shoulders up. So just keep being aware of where your shoulders are. I'm going to just keep easing them down. So this is a little stressful on your body. Good. Nice. 3 more. Make your right leg as long as possible. Good. Inhale down and exhale out and around and up. Great. Try to find that edge, right, where it's so hard not to tip over to the right. Good. And now we're going to take that right leg into the left. Good. Keeping your right hip on the ground. And then up. Exhale. Inhale down. Cut it on in. Good. Exhale up. Let's do 5 more. Great. So you're really reaching with that straight long leg. Your quadricep is engaged. Your calves are engaged, but try not to engage your calves too much or you'll just get a Charlie horse. So think about lengthening by stretching your ankle. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. Good. And switch. Totally okay to bend your knee. That'll just keep everything on the mat. Good. Straight line down, open out and around and up. You might notice this leg is a little bit more open or closed, right? It might be your extra flexible, extra strong leg, or it could be your weaker leg. Totally fine. Honor this leg. Keep your low back pressed into the mat. So your brain is busy doing a lot of stuff. One of the stuff that it's doing is listening to me maybe, or you've successfully learned to tune me out. That's fine. Top priority is just to keep all of those muscles in your trunk stabilized, shoulders relaxed, and your leg extended. Good. Let's travel in and around and down with a straight kick up. In and around and down and straight kick up. Good. So we're working on sculpting those inner thighs. Good. 4 more. They're not only good for aesthetic purposes, they're really great for balance and connection to your core. Good. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. Nice. Go ahead and curl yourself into a tiny ball and then flip yourself up. Great. So this is the first of our rolling exercises. It's silly, but it's really good. So you're going to balance on your sit bones. Those are those bones that are on the very bottom of your pelvis. You're going to squeeze your abs. Oops, 2 people are in the waiting room. You're going to squeeze your abs, and you're going to take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to pull your belly button even deeper, and then you're going to roll back. And then if you keep a rounded spine, you roll right back up. Roll down, and roll back up. Good. So this is all about staying tucked in your pelvis. So keep pulling your pelvis in. Good. Let's do 6 more. Beautiful. 5. Nice. 1 more. 3. Good. 2. Once you lose that roundness, you just sort of go kerplunk and you kind of get stuck. So the stakes are kind of raised on this one. Last one. On your way down, we're going to grab your right leg. You're going to grab your right ankle with your right hand. Left hand on the right knee. And then you're going to pull that right leg in. 2 pulses. 1, 2. And then switch. 1, 2. And switch. 1, 2. And switch. 1, 2. Oh, can you guys all mute? Yeah. I'm going to get on it. Good. So keep going. 1, 2. Keep going. Let's do 6 more. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Mute all. Mute all. Fantastic. Thanks, Megan. Good. For 6. Good. Oops. No, we've already done probably 20. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's hit the next one. So next one, let's grab your left leg and then extend your left leg long, okay? So left leg long, right leg long. Your head and shoulders still lifted, but you can always put your head back down. You're gonna pull that left leg in towards you twice and then switch. Good. A lot of your brain energy is going into keeping the legs straight. So send all of those troops, all of those mitochondria to your quads to straighten your legs. Good. And then the little pulls are optional, okay? But they really help you get a little bit more flexible in those hamstrings, something we can all use. Good. And keep pulling your hip bones down and your low back pressing firmly into the mat. For 4. Good. 2. Last one. Awesome. And relax. Nice. So the next one is a double leg stretch. This one's really challenging. Hands behind your head. Curl head and shoulders up. I'm going to show you the modified version first. So you're going to take your elbows in towards your knees, knees towards your elbows, and then open your legs and arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. The more advanced version, your arms start at your ankles and you reach over your head. So reach over your head without getting stuck with your shoulders to your ears. So sliding your shoulder blades down and to the outside of your rib cage to keep your chest broad. 4. Good. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Your shoulder points remain off of the mat. 2. Last one. Beautiful. And relax. Awesome work, guys. Perfect. Let's roll all the way up to a seated position. And we're going to do spine twist. So top priority is a flat back. So if you need to keep your knees bent, that's fine. Extend your legs otherwise. So you're really going to use all those principles of holding your core in. And you're going to be lifted from your back. Also lifting your arms from your back as well, right? Your shoulders and chest are going to take over, but put them down on your back. Good. We're going to twist to the left and then twist another inch. And then to the right and twist. Good. You can take this up to a faster clip or make it super slow, right? You'll get the most out of the slow one because the muscle fibers spin longer under tension. And also your brain has a chance to edit and fine tune. Let's do 4. It's okay if you're feeling like you want to go fast. Some people have no regulation of speed. I'm one of them. So even when I try to go slow, I'm going fast. So don't worry, you can do this fast. Last one. Great. Next one goes where that one leaves off. We're going a little wider with your legs. So this is the saw. Super duper important. It's not a throwaway move. So your knees can be bent so that your back can be straight. But try to straighten both back and legs. We're going to twist to the right. You're going to flip your left hand up, reach your right arm up to the ceiling, and then reach your left leg to your pinky toe and pulse 3 times, hinging at your hips. Good twist. So unlike the roll up, you're actually going into a deep hip hinge. Good. So you twist, you reach, good, and you bow forward, good. So there's this extra pull and reach, good. Try to keep both sit bones equally pressed into the mat. That's the hardest because you're going to notice your opposite sit bone wants to lift up. Good. And sit up tallest spine each time. 3 more. Good. Pull and vacuum seal that core to your spine. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Up. Twist. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Great. So my hardest exercise, double leg rocker. So now that my hamstrings are getting a little bit looser, this is a little easier for me. So don't worry if this is really challenging. It's not meant to be easy. You're going to extend your legs nice and long. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. Good. Try to keep them long. You can grab your ankles or the back of your calves. You can even grab the back of your thighs, okay? We're going to hollow out the pit of your stomach, rounding. You're going to roll back, and then you're going to roll up. Good, yeah. So what's going to happen is your hip flexors are going to take over. You'll know that your hip flexors are taking over because it feels like you're almost magnetized to the other side of the floor, okay? So just be aware of that. And when you lift up, keep your pelvis scooped back. Good. Especially after that saw, your pelvis was like, oh, I kind of like hinging. So it goes back to that hinge. Good. Let's do 4 more. Stay rounded in your spine. Nice. 3, 2. Good. Last one. Awesome. Lifting up. Good. Let's get into some side kicks. So the side kicks, you can be elevated or lying down or somewhere in between, okay? But whatever you choose to do, you want your spine to be straight. You don't want to be like bowed like this. You want straight spine. You want your hips slightly back of your thighs so you're in this sort of boomerang shape. Good. So even if you're lying down, even if you have a pillow under your head, your ribs are still lifted off of the mat for the duration of this exercise. Your abs are pulled in and your hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, okay? So I'm going to go up onto my elbow until I can't stand it anymore. Good. Hips still, kick up and down. Good. Nice. And just like the other exercises we did with a straight leg, you want to turn on all those muscle fibers and you want to have a little turnout. The little turnout will help you kick a little higher. And use that grit and determination to just get that leg a little higher each time, okay? Without doing something like this, right? You can really like sort of jerk it up there if you start moving your whole body. But no, we just want to do it with a neutral spine, still pelvis. Good. 3 more. Good. 2. Last one. Keep it lifted. 10 lifts at the top. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. We're going to draw a big circle with this leg. So big circle. You can place your left hand in front of your hips, almost like it's a little kickstand. That'll help you so you don't wobble forward. But if you want that extra challenge, hand on your hips. You can even float your bottom leg off of the ground. That creates a super unstable environment if you want to test your balance. Good. And take it up to a higher level. Last one. Nice. Reverse. So kicking back, up and around. When you kick back, your hip bone's going to instinctively try to counterbalance by shifting forward, but just keep everything still. So that means you have to put a little extra brain energy into squeezing the glutes to press your leg back, sorry. So your leg, the extender of the leg, the one that kicks it back there, just your butt. Last one. Good, nice. From here, we're gonna do a hot potato. So heel to the ground, toe to the ceiling, 3 clicks to the front, 3 clicks to the back. 1, 2, 3, kick up, 1, 2, 3, kick up, 1, 2, 3, kick, 1, 2, 3. Good, 6. Nice. 5. You can have the bottom leg floating. I find it really helpful to really push that bottom leg into the ground to give me more stability and balance. Good. Make sure that your spine is neutral. Last one. Good. Let's take this top leg and put it in front of your bottom leg. I'm going to lift to a higher point. My elbow is right under my armpit and I'm still totally stacked. Good. So lift up and down. Good. And for those of you who just came in, I'm not bragging about my breast size. Stacked as in hips are stacked on top of each other, shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Good. 4 more. Stacked. 3, 2, last one. Good. Draw a circle. Good. Reaching that bottom leg far out of the hip joint so it is alive. So much movement. Ankle is still. 3. Good. 2. Last one. Reverse. For 6. For 5. 4. Spine and neck neutral. 3, 2. Last one. Good. We're going to take this top leg and we're going to float it up. It's maybe like 3 inches over your hip crease. And then you're going to bring your bottom leg to the top. Good. Let's do 7, 6, 5, abs in tight. 4, 3, 2. Last one, connect those heels. And now 20 beats, 20 beats. Good. Try to keep everything neutral. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Nice. From here, we're going to do some side planks. If you have a shoulder issue, I don't want you to do a side plank, okay? What you're going to do is lie down on the ground and do some side crunches. So you'll target the right muscles that we're aiming for, but you won't hurt your shoulder, okay? And same goes for anybody that starts to experience any sort of discomfort. So hands under your armpit. Good. Let's go into our mermaid. So your left foot is in front of your right. We're going to lift up. This left arm is going to go up and over your head. Great. And then you're going to sink back down. Good. Up and over. Nice. And you can take this to the more extreme. So instead of going all the way down, you just take your hip up and down, right? And even if you want to make this even harder, you just stack your feet one on top of the other. But just pay attention to how your shoulder is taking this. If your shoulder starts to take over and you feel no stretch and you feel no pressure in your side waist and it's all wrist and shoulder, take it down a notch, okay? 3 more. 2. Last one. Good. And relax. Nice. Swing it on over and let's do our other side. So set yourself up just the same. So if you were lying on your side, lie on your side. Feet are in front of your hips. So you're in this boomerang or maybe a hockey stick, you might want to call it. Good. I'm going to elevate up. So my elbow is a little further behind my shoulder and I'm squeezing all my abs in. Good. Kick up and down. Good. Use that extra that you got in the tank to kick a little higher each time. You're going to kind of feel where you're stuck. Mark that, note that, and see if the next time you're doing leg kicks, if you can kick higher. Because one of the best parts of Pilates, especially the mat Pilates, is just how quickly you can see results. Good, last one. Good, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Big circles. Hips are still. Chest is open. Shoulders drawn down. Good. Let's do 6. Nice. 5. Keep pulling that belly button in. So that's like that breathing technique we did in the very beginning. It's like you're lacing up a corset all the way around your trunk. Great, and reverse. Good, kicking your leg back, squeezing your glutes. Squeeze your glutes. Your glutes are your butt. Ugh. Good, 4 more. 3. Good, 2. Last one. We got those hot potatoes. So turned out, heel to the ground, 3 little clicks, up, 3 little clicks. Good. Get your leg up there. Good, nice. So you should start to feel this in a different part of your butt with your foot flexed. You should feel maybe more the outer hip. Good, for 6. Nice, 5. Lift it out of your waistline. 4. Good. Present in your mind and body. 2. Last one. Good, nice. Let's put this front foot in front of your hip. I'm gonna lift a little higher, but keep neutral and stacked. Good. And lift your bottom leg. So there's a lot to think about in Pilates. You have to just stay present and keep everything stabilized, and then move just a small muscle group, moving a big, huge limb, right? That's what happens a lot in Pilates. Good. And circles. So one of the benefits is that it really connects you to the mind muscle, mind muscle connection. Good, reverse. And you can't really think about anything else. You can't let your mind wander. You're gonna go all noodle floppy and hurt yourself. So it has a lot of meditative qualities. Let's do 3 more. 2, last one. Great. And then let's take this top leg and float it. Good, you're gonna lift this bottom leg to meet the top. You can lie back down if you want to. Good, or stay elevated. Good, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Clap your legs together for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, we're gonna do those side planks or side crunches. Remember the side crunch? You just get this shoulder off of the ground. It's not easy, very hard. Side plank, you want your hand right under that armpit. You wanna have your right leg in front of your left, and we're gonna lift up and reach this right arm up and over. Good, and then go back down. So you're enlivening this right arm before you do anything. So you're pulling all the muscles to the bone. Same with the supporting arm. Good, and if you want this to be more challenging, you take your hip down and up, either stacked or staggered. Good. This side is a little harder for me, so I'm gonna take a little bit more time to think, plan, squeeze. Squeezing your left lower oblique, stabilizing and crunching with your left oblique. So there's 2 obliques at play. Good, nice. 1 more. Great, nice, and relax. Good, let's give our arms a break and do a quick little bridge segment. So you're gonna have your feet on the ground. Your feet are about hip distance apart and about 2 to 3 inches away from your hips, okay? Great, so we're gonna tuck your tailbone and peel into this first bridge. Once you're in this bridge, I want you to really make sure that you have most of your rib cage on the ground, and then squeeze your butt to lift your hips. So you're in one straight line from your pubic bone all the way to your breastbone, and then roll yourself down. Good. If you need to put a pillow in between your knees so your knees don't open wide, that works. Tilt your pelvis on the very end and then tuck and peel. Good. So tilting is when you lift your hips and your low back lifts off the ground. So you actually go into sort of a back, you go into a little bit of a back extension, I guess, but it's more neutral than it is extended. Good, 4 more. Really use your hip bones to guide you up. Squeeze your butt. 3 more. Good, 2. Nice. This last one, we're gonna stay lifted. Good. Wiggle your feet a little closer together. If you want to go up to your tippy toes, wiggle your feet a little closer to your butt and then lift to your tippy toes. Totally optional. Good. And then lift your left leg to the ceiling. Good. If you're on your tippy toes on that right leg, make sure you're coaxing your foot closer to the inside of your foot, not the outside of your foot. Good. From here, let's take your left leg down and kick up. You want to go down as far as you start to feel your glutes working, sort of like air brakes, right? You don't need to go all the way down so you're stretching your psoas. Good. Just need to go down and feel the glutes tighten. Good for 6. Nice. 5, make sure your tailbone is tucked under. 4. Good. 3. Perfect. 2. Last one, flex your left foot. Open out to the left without any movement at the hips, and then back into the center. Out and in. So you really have to pull all the muscles of your core inward so that you can keep the hips still. You can reach up to the ceiling to make this harder. 4 more. So you just took away some of your balance elements. 3. Good. 2. Last one. Good. Little pumps up to the ceiling. Let's do 6. 5. 4. Squeeze. 3. 2. Last one. Good. Take that left foot down and let's roll all the way down to the mat. Good. Tilt your pelvis and then squeeze your abs. Tuck your pelvis and peel all the way back up. Optional to stay on your tippy toes. Good. Right leg to the ceiling. Great. Now we're going to take that right leg down and up. Good. Reach up to the ceiling. When you're reaching up to the ceiling, plug your shoulders down, right? You're not reaching, taking your shoulders with your hands. Your hands are just reaching independently of your shoulders. Your chest stays broad. Pushing and plugging those shoulder blades into the mat. 3, and about 2 of those ribs underneath your shoulders. Good, last one. Nice, flex your foot, open and close. Pulling everything in towards the midline so that your right leg can go out and in and keeping your hips still and stable. Make sure your waistline is the same length, both sides. 3 more. 2. Last one. Good. Pumps the ceiling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. And relax. Awesome. Cross your ankles and we're gonna flip ourselves over so we're in a plank. Great. So once you're in your plank, I'm in a tabletop. Plant your feet, plant your hands, and make sure you're not too rounded in your upper back. Good. Make sure you're not too arched in your lower back. Beautiful. We're gonna do leg pull facing front. So what you do is you lift your left leg and then you lift it one more time and then you switch. Good, so this is a leg extension. So really go all in on your booty squeeze. Squeeze. So squeeze butt more. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. And your body stays still and your chest stays open. Good, keep pulling that belly button in. Good, 4. Good, putting on that corset each exhale. 3, 2. Good, last one each side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Awesome. Now we're gonna do a leg pull facing back. Again, if you have some problems with your shoulders, I would just do some more bridges. More advanced, your fingers are facing this way. Off to the side is a little easier on the shoulder joint. Great. So we're gonna lift your hips to the ceiling, and if you can, walk out so that you're in this straight long line. You're basically in a reverse plank. Good, I'll show you the modified version first. Pull your knee in, 2 pulls. 1, 2. A little bit more advanced. Kick, pull, kick. Good, if you want the more traditional, more difficult, straight leg, 2 kicks. Lift it up from your lats. So remember the saw, remember the spine twist. Lift it up from those lats, open in your chest. best posture of your life. 3 more. 1, 2. Looking down the scope of your body. Good, last one. Squeeze the booty. Ooh, nice. And relax. Perfect. We're all set up for our teaser. So roll yourself down. So the teaser just takes everything we learned and puts it all into one impressive little dance routine. Great, we have plenty of time. So you're gonna scoop your arms. So put a lot of energy in those arms. Imagine you're gonna do the breaststroke or the butterfly through molasses. You're gonna squeeze and lifting up your upper body, and then lift your legs. You can have them bent, you can have your feet on the ground, or you can have them totally straight. Good, and then roll yourself down and lower your legs. So we're teasing gravity. Good, exhale. Good, inhale down. Let's do 5 more, and we'll hold the last one. 4. 3 more. Reaching your legs away from your body. 2. Good. This last one we hold. So find something that challenges you. Go up a level maybe. Straighten a little bit more for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Nice work. So roll over. Let's do a little back extension. So we're just gonna do the little leg kicks, okay? So elbows right under your shoulders, chest lifted through your elbows, toes floating off of the ground. So that already stimulates your glutes and hamstrings. 2 kicks to your butt and switch. Your hips stay still, no movement at your hips. Keep lifting your chest. Good for 7, 6, 5. No movement at your hips. Hip points firm to the mat. 2. Last one. Good. Nice double leg kicks. So hands underneath your back. You're going to take your shoulders and elbows to the ground. Good. Looking to the left, right cheek on the mat. Without hiking up your hips, take those both heels to your butt. 2 pulses. Lengthen your legs, lengthen your arms, open your chest. Switch your gaze. So 1, 2, open. 1, 2, open. Let's do 5 more. 4, open. 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Good. We're going to finish class with the push-ups. Hopefully I won't get disconnected, but if I do, we're supposed to do 3 sets of 3, okay? So let's hit our first set. So push yourself up. Good. You can be on your knees. Totally fine. 3. Heart through your arms. Find your chest. Give it a pump. Good. Send your hips to the ceiling and walk your hands to your feet in 4 pats. And then round yourself up to standing, all the way to standing. Good. And then you're going to reach your arms up to the ceiling, dive forward, and then 4 pats till you're in your push-up position again. Totally go to your knees if that helps you. Good. 3, 2, use your chest, not your arms. Last one. Good. And walk yourself back. Great. One last time, round yourself up, reach up to the heavens, and dive rounded spine. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. 3, for the win. 2, good. Last one. Awesome. Squeeze your tushy, squeeze your absies, and you are done. Hang like a rag doll and give yourself a round of applause. Fantastic job, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow where we'll do classical, but we'll add some more challenging elements in. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the love.